Okay, I'm gonna stream. I just downloaded some. I just uploaded. So there's some new gauges here I'm kind of unfamiliar with, but let me see if I still. Yep, yep, yep. Those are there. Check, check, check. It's kind of cool. Like, has a mixer, audio mixer. I can fade, whatever that is. And cool. All right. So I'm gonna stream this. We're gonna call this "How to Win." What are we gonna call it? How to win a 50-50 sit and go. So a 50-50 sit and go is that you have however many players. So we have 10 players, and the goal to win the money is to be in the top 5, 50%. So we just have to be in the top 5, and then you'll see the payouts typically. So it's $3.50 to enter, and you get back your $3.50 minus 60 cents, it looks like. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step, and then what I'm going to do also is kind of pause the video in class so that we can learn from, yeah, just kind of sort of learn from watching this. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Okie dokies. Man, I don't know why. Let me get I'm trying to get my sizing just right. Okay, so lock. Cool, that works. All right, so I'm gonna close this out. And begin. So here we go. So what we want to pay close attention to are starting hands. Number one, starting hands. Okay, and then we're gonna pay attention to our bet sizing. Okay, so here's 2 pair. I'm gonna bet 1/2 the pot. There's 90 in the pot. I'm gonna bet 45. And if you keep a standard bet size of half pot bets, then it keeps the EV where it's either neutral to negative to continue to call. Okay. So maybe we're going to be really slow. So now we're going to just continue along the line of our half size bets. So a 2 pair here would raise, but I did not get raised. Okay, so the question for the class is going to be, what do I do here? Okay, this is the small blind. So you have under the gun, you have big blind, under the gun +1. And then we get from early position over to middle positions. Nobody's raising right now, but I'm first to act, and I have ace-9 offsuit. What do I do? What should I do? Before I make any decisions, I want to see what they decide to do in late position. Ideally, one of these 3 individuals would raise. Okay. Regardless of what happens, I am going to fold this hand. Well, now I'm kind of priced in here. And just to throw the extra 10 out there and maybe hit an ace-9 2 pair. Okay. So starting next hand, what I'll do is when it gets around to me, I'm going to pause it for the class to discuss, and then we'll decide. So no discussion here. Fold. Cool. Okay, guys, we have king-9 offsuit on the button. What do we do? pause tape now. Okay. So after much discussion, we decided to kind of wait and see what people did before us, and we have a minimal raise, a min raise, but I can go ahead here and fold. King 10 offsuit is just not a powerful enough hand on the button, not early in a tournament stage. We have 1,500 in chips. The blinds now are 2. There's an ante of 2 chips, and then it's a 10-20. So we still have substantially, 80 big blinds. It gives us an opportunity to see some other hands. Oh, look at those aces. Well, you wouldn't have thought that. So now we get aces. Okay. This hand has the potential to win us a lot of money or lose us a lot of money. But very rarely are we going to play this very minimalistic. I think our goal for this week, because we've had the lecture on bet sizing, is to play our premium starting hands more aggressively. So what do we do here? Okay, I'm going to raise it. I'm going to raise it to 90. I'm going to go ahead and raise it to 100 just because it wouldn't. It was either 82 or 100. So I'm going to go ahead and do 100 and go ahead and pick it up right now. Pick it up right now. So would I ever set a trap with pocket aces? Probably. I would. It just depends on where I'm at in the tournament and what my table composition is. King 9 offsuit. Fold. Because remember, our goal here is not to win the entire tournament. It's just to place 5th. And right now we are in, if we look at what place we're in, let's update that. This should be updating here shortly. There it goes. 2nd place. So right now we are in 2nd place. And if we just maintain 5th place, we make our money. Okay? So let's go ahead and come back here. Can I sit here? Sit here? Nope. Okay. So now we're looking at 8-2. This is a great hand that we don't have to think a lot about. So we fold. I like it. I mean, it's a great hand because it's just like a no-brainer. We just fold. Take a look at it. Fold. Just looking at some bills here. Trying to pay online. Okay, Jack 5. So far this is a pretty passive table. I'm going to show you. Should I show you now? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just show you the power of a bet. This is the power of a bet. Okay, so we're going to go our standard 3 times raise. And I'm just going to illustrate why we bet the way we bet and when we bet the way we bet. Okay, so the goal is to, well, so much for that lesson. We call it spots, not hands. It doesn't necessarily matter what you have. Okay, so here's a 90 raise. I could call 90 and set mine. I'm going to go ahead and do that. we call it set mining. A set is 3 of a kind, so if I can flop another 7, then I flopped a set. Okay? I did not flop a set. He went from betting 90 to betting 30. That's a pretty weak play, but I'm going to go ahead and fold here just because it's either weak or it's a limp. Because a standard bet size here would be 200. There you go. Yeah. 8-3 offsuit. No. I look around the table, I see a lot of players that I've played before. Biscuit Cowboy and this Boomer V. These 3 fish I've played with a bit. Yeah. So these are, you know, grinders. I don't know how they're grinding it out, making $3 an hour, but they're doing something. Okay, we dropped down. We're in 3rd place now. We've been playing for 11 minutes. These tournaments typically last 30 minutes to an hour, so we'll see. Look at that chip right there, 394, 894. All right, 10-2 suited. What to do? What should we do? Okay, fold. Yeah. I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to shred this. I'm not going to pay it. So King 3 on the button. We are already in. So it's $50. We don't have to bet anymore. We're already in it to win it. So to call 50 more here. So look how much money is in this pot right now. There's 425. So we're going to bet 50 just to get 8-1 on our money, and hopefully we can catch 3-3. 2 3s because people already have kings, so the king's dead fish. But what about 3-3? What about king 3? This could also be a place to do like what's called a stop and go, where you just sort of are calling here with the purpose of shoving no matter what the flop comes. Imagine being right here and raising like this, because this cuts equity down for all of us. We all cannot play. So this feels like a real place for aces and kings. Okay, so we fold here. Maybe aces against tens or kings against tens. Kind of a marginal pair. Wow. So you only have 169 here and 114. You're gonna have to call. I mean, you can't fold here because you have no chips left. So I don't care what you have here, you have to call. So the ace-king is ahead, and the ace-king wins. Ace-king plays against the ace-jack. Cool. I'm going to fold here. I got to sit out real quick. I'll be right back. Oops, wait. This isn't all in. So I'm going to call here because typically what should happen is this should be a check all the way down. Okay? So I'm going to call only because we are trying to knock out Caduceus. Nobody should raise here. This is a horrible play. The reason this is a horrible play is it takes away his equity. Okay? You always want to have 2 players checking it down, 2 against 1. Because what if I fold, which I'm going to, and a queen 4 hits right here? A queen 4 would have beat an ace. if a queen and a 4 would have hit. A 10 here. So he won. Thank goodness he won. So there's my same queen 4 offsuit. All right, fold it, sit out. I'll be right back. Yeah, so don't worry about taking breaks. You can get up when these limits are pretty low, like 5,100. Then we can take a break. Okay. All right, we lost another player. Where are we? Let's get updated here. What's our position here? We were third, and now we're sixth. So we've lost two players, Caduceus and Boomer. We need to get up. We need to get going. So we're back. Let's play a hand, okay? All right. Let's make some chips back. $120. Man, we got down to 10 big blinds here. Okay. We call that getting a walk. We walked it. So we just need to lose 3 more players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we lose 3 players and the tournament is over. If it goes fold, we might have a decision here. But hopefully somebody raises pre-flop. We need more raising pre-flop. Okay. Guess you could do that. I guess you could go all in. All it does now is tell the table that 10 big blind shove has equity, fold equity. So it's a valuable move. Well, what if I try it right now? Do you think it'll work for me? Sure, why not? No. It never does. Would have hit a 10. Hitting a pair is pretty hard to do. But I don't want to go up against a chip leader. My spots are few, but I see brew gun here, 3 fish. So I feel like I can shove here and pick up 396 in chips. Let's try it. Let's go all in. Let's try and make a move here. I mean, ace is a pretty decent hand. The 9 sucks, but he hasn't been playing a lot of hands. I'm just more worried about this 2700 here because that's a large chunk. He's the chip leader. I don't think it's worth a call, even with ace king, ace queen. So I can pick up the 390 right there. Okay. Same spot. The difference is it's his big blind. I'm not gonna mess around. I'm just gonna take my 1800 on to the next round. So our goal is just to grind up, up, up. So we'll start here with a $3.50. So we're looking for starting hands again. We're looking for bet sizing. So this is what I mean by bet sizing. So right now the pot is already 516, and if you bet just the minimum 120, somebody's getting 4-1 on their money. This is a horrible bet because it doesn't force anybody to fold. Everyone can keep calling. You have to bump it up to 400. It now, whoever bets this first is going to win this, even if they don't have a 7 or even if they don't have a king. King wins it. This hand here should have been raising. That's horrible playing. Okay. So it's still the point though. I want to just wait and see. So raising at min is okay because the blinds are so high that it shifts the equity. Now a person has to bet, 300 to win 560. It's almost one. It's less than 2. So if he checks here, this is a horrible play because, especially if you call, it's even worse. I mean, unless you're drawing to the clubs and you hit your clubs. Right, 5. So hopefully he doesn't win, just because I don't want to have somebody rewarded for a bad play. And that's the only way you can win is by betting at it. But guaranteed he had nothing there. Let's just say we're either going to be raising this or folding. So calling here. This needs to be a shove. If you're going to play, you need to shove. I mean, the optimal way to play your stacks, right, is not to let 1, 2, 3, 4 players to the flop. So right now, 5 people are going to see a flop. That's unheard of in No Limit Texas Hold'em. 5 people seeing a flop. If you have a marginal hand, then you got to shove this. You got to let people. You got to get people away. Especially now, checking around. So I don't like. Somebody has to bet 400. So we're gonna change. We're gonna shift gears on the table. Okay. This will win it. This is gonna win. This has to be a fold. Has to be a fold because if you couldn't bet, why would you call? So like right here, if you were this player and you checked and someone bet 400, now the bet's going to be 1,000, right? 1237. So how are you going to call it? You called it. You checked. He bet 4. You called. That means you have to finish this. I mean, so I kind of want to be making a move against this biscuit cowboy. I'm going to wait, but we're going to do it. It's just too passive. The problem is we don't have to play to win it. We just have to get 5th, so. Why don't you go call? Alright, we're all in because this person should have been all in, and I don't need another caller. So I want to play king, queen, heads up. I don't want to play with anybody. So we bet to shift the equity. So make it. We want to make it to a point where it's just so not profitable for them to call. Okay. Now I could have just called it, but what if an ace comes, or what if king, queen isn't really good there? And when you have people just calling, I think the aggressive player wins. Like right here, this is another a shove position. So we're going to punish the limpers. This is considered a limp. This is a limp. Anyone who calls is a limper. So we're all in. We just are trying to isolate this player. Okay? We don't know why this person hasn't shoved or called. I'll take a call with ace king, heads up. So I did it with ace king, I did it with king queen. I would do it here with 10-3 just to prove a point, but I might get caught here. So third time unlucky. But it's just too weak. Like right now, so you can bet a min 150, but 300 will get through. That might get through. Okay, fold. So let's get an update of where we're at right now. We are in, are we back up in second place? We are back in second place. Second place. And it's pretty considerable actually, because if you look around the table, fifth place, so we only need to lose the 577, 1,000, and the 12. So we actually are gonna we're gonna win this if we just sit out, because this person here has blinded off their whole tournament stack. I mean, my God, 237. You throw out 100. I mean, you have to shove here. There's nothing. There's no calling here. This is a shove. If you ever get below 3 big blinds, you're just shoving. All in. If you see an ace, a king, a pair, suited connectors. So, see, it doesn't matter what you have here. He could have had a 4-6 and he'd be in lead right now. But here's the goal. You don't have to, we don't have to win this again. We just have to beat 3 fish and brew gun, and we need to lose one more, right? So who are we going to lose? 1, 2. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to lose Mize 12. So this 1,000 chip lead we have in this structured of a tournament is pretty significant, because once it hits 5, it just shuts off. So we just need to keep the lead here. So what do you do here now? You have 17 chips. You know nobody's going to fold if you bet, because it's just 17 to win 777. So you're going to get called everywhere. And now these two can just check it down, and the 5s has the ace, and he won. I like him in raise. That's fine, because it's negative equity for people to call. We can fold that. So I understand that, you know, poker is boring for a lot of people, but for the other half of the population, we're trying to make money. So this is $3.50. Look at that. I would have had 2 pair, 2 5. This is $3. So for 30 minutes, we're gonna make $3. I'm only doing $3 because it's instructional, and I don't want you to see me get tilted when I lose 100. But for the most part, God, look at this player's back in at 1,600. We had them all in. But this could easily be $100. I'm gonna fold here. There's just not a lot of equity that it makes sense to play. 5-7 doesn't win that often. But this could be a $100 tournament. But you just want to make it worth your while, and this feels worth my while. I mean, I'll play the same game $3 as I will for 300. Optimal poker is what we're trying to start by playing, and then we can deviate from that. Look how it's shifted. This player, you know, has to win, but look at now it's shifted to where this individual is down. So now the focal points are 3 fish, uh, Jenna Deer, Jenna Dre, Jen Dre. This might get through, just a small little raise. You know, whenever your head's up like that, small blind, big blind, it's worth just throwing out a min raise, because they might just skip up. I can fold 3-5. Same thing, he should raise here. Never just call because you let a person see a hand with real mediocre cards. And then what if they catch a 7-9, 7-6? What if they have an 8 here? A hand like 8-3 where they're already in for 2, and if you would have raised, you would have got rid of the 8-3. It's hilarious. That's why you want to raise. So we get rid of this person, get rid of this person, and then we just need one more player out, and we win. Yay, money! So if I win this, it's $3 an hour. So is $3 an hour something I can retire on? No. But the goal would be to play in a little bit higher stake to where I make 20 bucks an hour. So they spread these all the way from like $1.50 up to like 500 bucks. So, and these are 50-50, so all you have to do is beat 50% of the field, and that's pretty doable. That's why I'm trying to get us like focused on the 10 points, the third. Because if you're in the top third consistently, then you're a profitable poker player. So this is a good place to squeeze because the two people that might call me are the 640 and the 699. So the most that I'm going to lose if I get through these two players is 699 or 646. So it's worth a shove here to sort of drain chips. I'm trying to extract chips from these individuals. That's a little bit more advanced theory. I don't mind a call. I could easily be behind. I'm actually ahead in this spot. Of course, he picks up the club draw. Now he hits the clubs. Damn. So, but virtually what I did was I pulled away his money. And it still keeps me in that 5th spot financially, so where I can beat him, Biscuit, Cowboy, and 3 fish. So these are the 3. And it was the right shove because that was pretty bad equity for him to call, but he did, and he won. He hit his clubs. What sucked worse was that 2 clubs hit, so it took away my ace of clubs as an out. So we're going to do the same spot, but over here now. See where we're at? So these positions are the same. So we're going to go all in again. And the goal is to get through. Hopefully we get through, because that's pretty deep, these late positions. So he should call. I mean, he could call. It's okay. But I need to get through him because he saw my hand before, so he knows I'm shoving kind of ace weak. And now the most I lose is 238, which you want to call because I need to knock people out. No 10, no jack, and he hits a jack. And we get lucky for once. Yay, we get lucky. So now we're down to 7, so we need to lose 2 more. The players that we're looking at beating here are Brewgun and Biscuit. Cowboy. So we're waiting for these big blinds to get around to them so we can knock it out. Now they voluntarily put money in. That's crazy. They should have actually shoved in that position. jacks would have been nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we lost him. I was not paying attention. So this is a good place to just bump it up a little bit. Because I'm against these two low stacks. We just want to lose this guy. So we need to start pulling those chips out. So we share the king, the jacks, so that makes the king a very strong hand, and we're going to win this. Oh my god. Oh, Nelly. Three outs. He had 3 outs, and he hits it. So we just need to scoop this. Okay, now we can kind of sit. So the strategy, we're like on the bubble, so we do not want to get it in horribly, but this isn't that bad. So we can shove here and hope, ooh, man. So now we have this gentleman shoving, Armando shoves. I can fold this because I feel he's in a place where he has to come over the top if he's going to call. And by not calling, he weakens his stack. So what we're really doing is letting hands go just for the purpose of getting this 900. So this will help because it's very difficult to win heads up or against 2. Alright, this is it. King, king. Hopefully we get a shove here. Okay, a call is never going to get through. But I'm going to go ahead and just raise it this little bit here. I want to get it. I want to send us. I'm going to go 692. That's just to get information to this gentleman here that I'm actually just pulling for this last little bit. So he should check it down. You know what I mean? So that's what we're looking for. So now he should call, and then we can just check it. Because it doesn't matter. We just win. That's how it works. Kings. Boom. And that's what you're looking for. Can you see that? Can we see the what it brings up here? It says, congratulations, you have finished first. We didn't finish first. We were in the top 5. But we get $6.40, so minus our $3.50, so we make $2.90. Yay. Let's leave it. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I'll show you 45. That's 45 minutes. Okay? And hopefully that will be educational. That's how you win it. Thanks for watching, guys.